The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and future, and presented exclusively by Sports Simulations and Replays on Facebook, the best group on Facebook to talk about your sports replay projects, whether you are a tabletop gamer, a console gamer, or one with a PC. Sports Simulations and Replays is where you should go to talk about your projects. 962 members strong. If you're not a member, join today. You'll want to. We want to get this to 1,000 people. And my name is Ron Juckett, and I think we got a dandy for you today. It's the other National League semifinal between the 78 Los Angeles Dodgers and the 79 Pittsburgh Pirates. We are family, and it's kind of ironic. Didn't plan it this way. The Dodgers and Pirates are actually playing in Pittsburgh this weekend, and the Pirates are dressed like the 1979 Pirates, even stovetop, multiple striped hats included. So, the winner of this game will host the 73 New York Mets. Remember, the Mets upset the 75 Cincinnati Reds a couple weeks ago. So this is the other National League semifinal. It'll be a one-game meeting between whoever wins this and the Mets. It is Bert Hooton who had the lowest whip. That's what I went with for the Dodgers. And John Candelaria is on the hill for the Pirates. 67 degrees, just a beautiful October day in Pittsburgh. Yes, I know it's Memorial Day, but no, right now it's just October in Pittsburgh. And so as you take a look at the lineups, I'll bring it up. And Dave Little is there. Midwest Sports says, hey, Dave, I got a question for you. You're leaving Tuesday, right? So what I might do, with your permission, is do the Reggie Jackson Bowl, which is the other American League semifinal between the 72 Oakland Athletics and 77 New York Yankees tomorrow night, before you go off and run off to spend some quality time with your darling. But let me know what you think of that. All right, so John Candelaria on the hill for the Pirates as we get back to the immersion. John, 14-9 on the 79 season, was, I remember, the Game 1 starter in the National League Championship Series. We won't talk about that. He has an ERA of 3.22, 207 innings, 201 hits. He allowed 25 home runs, 41 walks, and 101 strikeouts. Billy North will lead off because he eats lefties for lunch at 268. Rick Monday might make an appearance when Candelaria goes. Davey Lopes will bat second for the Dodgers and play second base. Reggie Smith will hit third in right field, and Steve Garvey will play first and bat fourth. Ron Say, the third baseman, the Penguin, will bat fifth. Dusty Baker will hit sixth and play left field. Bill Russell, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Steve Yeager behind the plate, and Bert Hooton, with the lowest whip for the Dodgers, is on the mound batting ninth. All right, so tomorrow night, 7:30 or so, we will play a special tournament, the That 70s Tournament Memorial Day edition between the 72 Oakland Athletics and the 78 New York Yankees. And because Dave is going away, we're not going to have it next Sunday. So special holiday edition of That 70s Tournament, and that dovetails nicely into the semifinals, the American League Final and the National League Final. Yeah, they are playing right now. Action Sports does weight righty and lefty. And Bill North is going to do better than Rick Monday. Bill Robinson, by the way, is in left field for the Pirates. He's a 6-3. The speedster Omar Moreno stands in the Steelers' end zone. You can see the markings there. He's an 8-6 in center. And the Cobra, Dave Parker, 78 and 79 were his magic years. A 10 and a 10. That's perfect. You cannot do any better than that as a defender, which is good because the infield for Pittsburgh isn't very good. Phil Gardner, a 5 at third. Timmy Foley, a 7 at short. Rennie Stinnett, a 5 at second. And Pops, Willie Stargell, the family father, a 4 at first. But he's here for his bat, not his glove. Ed Ott behind the plate. He's 5-5. And so with all that, Billy North steps to the plate. 234, but he did hit lefties at a 268 clip with 10 RBI. So we're ready, you're ready. That 70s tournament resumes right now. Candelaria deals, and North sends this one into right center for a base hit. So the strategy works, and North is on with a single. And that'll bring up Davey Lopes, who always looked like Oates from Hall & Oates, if you ask me. 278, 17 homers in 78, and 58 RBI. Candelaria deals, and Lopes bunts that one down. Ott throws it over to Stinnett, and there's 2 out, or 1 out. So North goes to second, and that brings up Reggie Smith at 295, 29 homers, and 93 RBI. And yeah, Parker, as Bud W. says, had an absolute howitzer of an arm. Between him and Dwight Evans, there were some absolute cannons in baseball in the late 70s. And of course, I believe that Roberto Clemente was the only -6 arm in Strat history. That's amazing. Candyman deals. Reggie, fly ball to left. Robinson in the corner. He makes the catch. North will hold at second. 2 out for Steve Garvey at 316, 21 homers, and 113 RBI. Candy deals. Garvey, fly ball to center. Moreno has it to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. Half an inning in the books. It's the Dodgers, nothing. Here come the Pirates. And facing the Pirates is Bert Hooton, one of the more underrated pitchers of his era. Good pitcher for the Cubs when the Cubs weren't great. And, of course, lost in the luster of Don Sutton with the Dodgers in the late 70s. He went 19-10 in 1978 with a 2.71 ERA. 236 innings pitched, 196 hits, 17 homers. He, again, a contact pitcher. He walked 61 and struck out 104. And his whip of 1.089 draws the start here in this critical semifinal game. So the lineup that he will face: Omar Moreno, who either will strike out or steal a base, one of the two. Phil Garner will bat second and play third. Dave Parker will bat third. Willie Stargell cleans up at first. Bill Robinson will bat fifth. Ed Ott, the catcher, will go sixth. Tim Foley, the shortstop, will bat seventh. -5 arm, -6 1 year, yeah, which I think is the best ever. Rene Stinnett will bat eighth, and John Candelaria on the hill with 9 pitches will bat ninth. Pitches. You know, I got in trouble once in an article for Fansided because I hit a B instead of a P on that word. And so instead of someone not being able to throw a pitch, it came out throwing a pitch with a B. That got changed in a hurry, and I don't know what was in my head at that point. Dusty Baker is a 7 and a 4 in left. Billy North a 5 and a 3 in center. Reggie Smith a 5 and 8 in right. Ron Say playing in for Moreno is a 7 at third. Bill Russell at 8 at short. Davey Lopes a 10 at second, and Steve Garvey a 9 at first. Steve Yeager a 7 and an 8 behind the plate. That is a monster defense up the middle for the Dodgers, except for North. So Moreno's going to bat here. 282, 8 homers, and 69 RBI. Yeah, it's absolutely true, bud. I don't know what was... I mean, they're not even next to each other on the keyboard. Pitch to Moreno is a ground ball to Say. Throws it over to Garvey, and Moreno might as well have bunted. Doesn't get out of the box very fast. 1 out. They play back for Garner at 293, 11 homers and 59 RBI. No score, bottom of the first. Dodgers and Pirates in the National League semifinal. And remember, tomorrow we'll play the other American League semifinal night game. We're going to do that at night so you can enjoy the day. 7:30-ish or so for the Reggie Jackson Bowl. The 1972 Oakland Athletics at the 1977 New York Yankees. Pitch to Garner is a pop-up center field north, 2 out. For Dave Parker at 310. No, that's not what it was. 310, 25 homers, and 94 RBI. No, it was someone. I think I was writing an article about a pitcher, and it was like he couldn't throw at a pitcher. He couldn't throw. Yes, so kind of go from there. It was bad, and it was completely unintentional. I mean, that stuff you get fired for, and my boss was great about it because I certainly didn't mean it. Parker will wait. He gets catcher's interference. So he swung on and missed on the 2-0, but he caught Yeager's glove. And Yeager and the home plate umpire have a few words. It's happening a little too often. I think it's the third I've had in the last 2 weeks. Anyway, here's Willie Stargell. Did you know his first name was Wilver? I always thought it was Wilbur, but it's Wilver, W-I-L-V-E-R. 281, 32 homers, 82 RBI, an MVP, and a World Series ring. Hooten deals. Stargell up the middle, north, makes the catch. A liner right to Billy. No runs, no hits. 1 error. After 1, Dodgers nothing, Pirates nothing. It'll be Say, Baker, and Russell. Say in 78 hit 270, 23 homers, and 84 RBI. So Candelaria is ready. Threw 9 pitches in the first. So did Hooten. Say, pop up, left side. Garner in the foul territory makes a fantastic catch against the fence. That kind of drifted a little more than he thought. There's no wind, 67 degrees, and there's 1 out. For Dusty Baker, 262, 11 homers, and 66 RBI. Dave last week asked, or during one of my Thursday 82 replay games, asked about the weather. It does change over the course of the game and does make a difference. You can get rainouts, and you can have rain delays. And so something to keep an eye on, although that's not going to happen today. Pitch to Baker, fly ball to left. Robinson goes in the corner, and that is foul into the Dodgers bullpen. So the count is 2-2 to Baker. Candyman delivers, and Dusty hits this one into center. Moreno comes in and drops the ball. Baker's going for 2, and that's a 2-base error. And so Moreno, who has decent range, that just hit his glove. And Baker, being the astute, smart player that he is, had second all the way. So 1 out. So we'll talk about Uncle Clinton in a minute. Bill Russell at 286, 3 homers and 46 RBI. So the error by Moreno sets the Dodgers up with a runner on second and 1 out. Pitch to Russell is a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Baker will hold at third. I think I forgot to give you Russell's numbers in 78. We'll give you Steve Yeager's numbers, and they're as groan-inducing as a baseball demo's pun. 193, 4 homers, and 23 RBI. I think you'd like action, bud. RF, how you doing? Glad to have you along. Clinton says, great night chatting with the honey bunny, listening to the pervy Uncle Ron. Come on. Give me a break. I'm at least PG-13 rated. I've Pulp Fiction on with commercials and language on TV. Well, all be swizzled. So runners on first and third. Baker on third. Russell on first. No score. Top the second. 1 out. Candelaria delivers. Yeager ground ball to Stargell. They're going to try for 2. Flips it to Foley for 1. Back to Candelaria covering, and Yeager has the speed of me. And do they get it? Yes, they do. It goes on the card 3-6-1. And so the Dodgers go down in the second. The error doesn't hurt after 1.5. Los Angeles nothing, Pittsburgh nothing. Brings up Bill Robinson at Ott and Tim Foley. Robinson at 264. 24 homers and 75 RBI. Yeah, you might like OOTP as well. Depends on, especially if you like the GM aspect of it. So Bill Robinson, I gave you his numbers. Hooten threw 9 pitches in the first. Here's the pitch to Robinson. Ground ball to Russell, over to Garvey for the out. 1 away for Ed Ott. 273, 7 homers, and 51 RBI. Hooten's pitch. Ott, ground ball to Garvey. Takes it to the bag himself. 2 away. So Hooten showing why he drew the start over Don Sutton so far. Timmy Foley's hitting 291 and 79 with a homer and 65 RBI. The perfect hit and run man, but there's nobody on for the Pirates. Burt deals, liner up the middle. It's going to bounce in front of North, and Foley's got himself a single. 2 out for Rene Stinnett. 238 with 24 RBI. First hit of the ball game for the Pirates. Candelaria on deck. Hooten deals. Stinnett chops one right back to Burt. Over to Garvey covering the bag, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 2 at Three River Stadium, it's the Dodgers nothing, the Pirates nothing. Yeah, you probably would like OOTP if that was the case, but Clinton, of course, is a big player of Digital Diamond Baseball, NP3, where he's got a 1965 replay going, and NPNG. When I forgot what he's doing there. Is that the one you're doing the 70s on or the 80s? Burt Hooten hit 149 in 78 with 2 RBI. Candelaria deals, and there's a ground ball to second. Stinnett to Stargell. 1 away. So the first 9 in the books for Candelaria. 24 pitches. That's great. 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits. And Bagels the rest of the way. Billy North had a single his first time up. Stargell and Garner come in to play for the bunt. Candelaria deals, and North slaps that one up the middle. Stinnett to Stargell for the out. 2 away. So Candelaria doing quite well. Here's Davey Lopes. Davey did not get in it. He bunted his first time up. Sack bunt for Lopes. Candelaria delivers. Fly ball to Parker and right. He just goes back a couple steps and makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2.5, it's the Dodgers nothing, the Pirates nothing. John Erner uses Strat for as played replays, OOTP for GM Dynasty games, and will buy action for football. Don't usually want it because this is someone else's tournament. Talk about things that are coming up on my channel. But tonight at around 7:30, we will be playing the Bart Starr tribute game. If you did not know, Bart Starr passed away today at the age of 85. And we will do the Ice Bowl, the 1967 National Football League Championship, played New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, 1967, from Green Bay. The Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers tonight. And right here on Retro Sports Network. Candelaria, by the way, 132 with 6 RBI. Hooten deals, and the Candelaria grounds one to Lopes over to Garvey for the out. 1 away. So the first 9 for Hooten, 26 pitches, 2 1/3 innings. A hit, and that's it. Oh, he's also doing the modern season for that. Yep, go Pat, go. Rest in peace, Bart Starr. So Moreno is 0 for 1. Hooten having a good old time. Moreno's going to drop one down. He does. Yeager and Garvey converge. Garvey throws it over to Lopes covering, and Moreno is out. So 3-4 on the card. 2 away for Garner, who's 0 for 1. Bert Hooton's pitch. Garner, fly ball to left. Baker in the corner, and that one will be caught by a fan from Wheeling, West Virginia. 3-2 the count to Garner. Hooton delivers. Struck him out. He swung on and missed. And the Pirates go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 in the books. Tight as a tick. Los Angeles, nothing. Pittsburgh, nothing. So Reggie Smith, Steve Garvey, and Ron Say. Yeah, no, absolutely, Clinton. Smith, Garvey, and Say here for the Dodgers in the 4th. Reggie's 0 for 1. Pitch from Candelaria, and Smith dumps that one into left. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. He's got a double. Bill Robinson got a late jump on it, and that just skipped off the dry artificial surface and all the way to the wall. So Reggie's got a leadoff double, and that'll bring up Steve Garvey, who's 0 for 1. Thank you, sir. So the Dodgers, remember, if they win, they host the Mets in the National League Final. Candelaria delivers. Garvey to center. Moreno is going to dive. He dives and makes the catch. Reggie Smith has to scamper back to second. And they got him. It's a double play. Well, that's worth the rug burn for that right there. Moreno with a diving stop, and Smith, I didn't think he was that far off the bag, but our seats aren't very good here. But he apparently was off the... He must have thought that was going to drop. He just kind of kept going, and by the time he realized it, Moreno just threw the bullet into Sinet. And it's 8-4 on the card. Double play, 2 out. We'll see if that comes back to haunt the Dodgers later. Here's Ronnie Say. The Penguins 0 for 1. Candelaria's pitch. Ground ball, base hit right side. And Stargell should have had that. Take a star off your hat for that, Willie. Jeez. Dusty Baker's 0 for 1. Say not a threat to steal. 4 hits for the Dodgers, 1 for the Pirates. Pitch from Candelaria, ball 4. And so, oh yeah, that double play hurts now, doesn't it? Here's Bill Russell. He singled his first time up. Candelaria from the stretch. Delivers. Ground ball, base hit left side. Say will score. Baker into third. And Candelaria should have been out of the inning by now. And he won't be. And so the run scores. It's 1-0 on the Say run. So here's Steve Yeager. He's 0 for 1. 2 out, 1-0 Dodgers. Top the 4th. Candelaria. Fly ball to left. Robinson makes the catch to retire the side. A run on 3 hits and no errors. 3.5 in the books. It's the Dodgers which gets first which get first blood. 1-0. Parker, Stargell, and Robinson batting for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 4th. Dave is 0 for 1. Yeah, a cookie cutter. This is the all-purpose ashtray stadium for sure. Pitch to Parker is a ground ball to Lopes. Over to Garvey, 1 away. So Willie Stargell's 0 for 1. Hooton delivers. And that's popped up. Russell by the bag at second, 2 out. So Hooton just cruising right along here. Bill Robinson's 0 for 1. And Robinson sends this one into left center. Back goes north. That's going to find the wall. Robinson has a double. He's in there standing. Aunt Minnie couldn't quite open up the window in time. And the Pirates finally have a runner in scoring position for Mr. Ott. Ed is 0 for 1. So Hooton, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Foley on deck. He is the other Pirate hit. Ott Ground ball to Russell, over to Garvey, and that will retire the side. So we got ourselves a tight one here. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 4 in the books from Three Rivers. Los Angeles 1, the Pirates nothing. Mets grandson? No. I don't believe that Ed and Mel, or Mel, I have my glasses on. I don't think they're related. Someone will correct me. Clinton probably would know if that's the case. Bert Hooton is 0 for 1. Candelaria starts the 5th on the wrong end of a 1-0 score. Here's the pitch. Hooton sends that one to left. Robinson makes the catch, 1 away. So 18 batters for John Candelaria, 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, a walk, and no strikeouts. He's pitched well. Robinson's late start led to the run in the 4th. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we would have heard about that. Billy North, by the way, is 1 for 2. They don't come in for him. He sends this one to right. Back goes Parker, and he makes the catch against the wall. So Bill North is not who you would think would send one to the track, but Parker corralled that. 2 out for Lopes. Davey is 0 for 1. Ed Ott, is that Mel's grandson or no? So Candelaria is ready. Pitch to Lopes. Popped up center field. Moreno has it. No, he doesn't. He dropped it again, and Lopes has a 2-base error. What in the world is wrong with Moreno? That's the second one he's misplayed. He dropped it. He just plain old dropped it. And Lopes, who's got good speed, goes to second. Candelaria does not whispering sweet nothings in Omar Moreno's ear back in the dugout when they get back there. Reggie Smith is 1 for 2 with a double. Lopes is fast. Professor Wikipedia says they are not related. I didn't think so, but it's a good question to ask. Candyman deals. Smith sends this one to left center. Robinson is there, and the error does not hurt. But Candelaria and Moreno say a few words as they go back to the dugout. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're halfway home in this National League semifinal. The Dodgers, halfway to a ticket west, lead the Pirates 1-0. He ought to know. Do you want the groan now or later? So let's take a look at the in-game box score. Bill Russell was 2 for 2, and he has the lone RBI of the game. If you would have said with that Dodgers lineup that Bill Russell would be the most effective, you'd be snorting that stuff on the carpet. And Bert Hooton is doing what you would expect him to do, just the 1 strikeout. Lots of zeros up there. Pitching-wise, Candelaria 5 hits through 5. And Hooton 2 through 4, and he's gotten through 16 batters on 50 pitches. Ed Ott is known for nearly choking Rob Dibble into a coma. Oh, I love Ed Ott even more for that. When Ott was a coach for the Astros in 1991. I know Dave's a big Reds fan, but don't get me started on Rob Dibble. It'll be Foley, Stinnett, and Candelaria. Rob was a big guy. Rob had a reputation of being, for a polite word, a Budinsky. Foley singled his first time up. Hooton's pitch, and Foley lashes that one into right field. He's going for 2. The throw in is not in time, and Foley has himself a double. So Reggie Smith's got a good arm, but Foley knew right from the get-go, I want another bag. It was a bench-clearing brawl after Dibble plunked somebody. Rob's father, by the way, is a Connecticut institution. If you're familiar at all with WTIC AM 1080 out of Hartford, you certainly know the name Bob Steele. Steele was the morning man there for about 19 generations. I think that he actually opened this. No, I think from 46 to 1990 or maybe even later. Back when radio stations got 40 shares, that's what you listened to in the morning was Bob Steele on WTIC. And Morton Dibble was his newsman for most of that run. It was Rob's father. And if you don't know WTIC, that's where you would listen to the Red Sox at night if you didn't have a local station. And they, for the top of the hour ID, would play the letter V in Morse for victory. Ready Stenetta is 0 for 1. Foley on second, nobody out, tying run on. Hooten delivers, and that's a ground ball to Say over to Garvey. Foley will hold, I believe. They get the runner at first, and Candelari's going to bunt here. He's 0 for 1. So they're in at the corner, Say and Garvey, and pretty much having a casual conversation with Candelaria as they wait for the bunt. Pitch, and that is bunted to Yeager, who throws to Lopes. They can only get the runner at first, so Candelaria does his job. 2 out for Moreno, who's 0 for 2. So through 18 batters, Bert Hooten, 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits and a strikeout. So Foley on third. Tying run is on for Moreno, who is 0 for 2. Has not struck out yet. Hooten delivers, and there's a ground ball to Say. Over to Garvey. Moreno's got wheels, and he's out. That was a bang-bang play, and Say just flung it, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. We have played 5 in Pittsburgh. The Dodgers won, the Pirates nothing. So now you know. Well, I ought to know by now, Clinton says, that I did the math and ought equals ought, but not here. I've told you how it took me 3 times to pass Algebra 1, right? Don't you be doing math right there. Scott Steiner math. It'll be Garvey, Say, and Baker for the Dodgers in the 6th. Steve is 0 for 2. Candelaria delivers, popped up left side. Phil Garner is there, 1 out. I was told there would be no math in the chat. Gosh darn it. Ron Say is 1 for 2. He has singled and scored the lone run of the game in the 4th inning. 1-0 Dodgers, 1 out, top the 6th. Candelaria's pitch. Say sends this one into center field. Moreno goes back, and he finally caught one. So he gets a Bronx cheer from the partisan throng. And trust me, it's not Halloween. There are actually people in the seats. Dusty Baker walked and is 0 for 1. Candyman's pitch. Ground ball to third. Garner better hurry over to Stargell, and Baker is retired. Dodgers go down in order in the 6th after 5.5. 1-0 Los Angeles. So it's Garner, Parker, and Stargell. Or as Jim Lampley spent one night calling him, Stargell. Sounds like something you would have bought at the grocery store in the 70s as a toothpaste. Hey, honey, I got a tube of Stargell. Hooten through 19 batters. He's got 57 pitches, 5 innings, 3 hits, and a strikeout. Garner 0 for 2 is the lone strikeout victim. Pitch from Bert, ground ball to short. Russell has to hurry over to Garvey, and that is out. What a throw by Russell. So Russell has 2 hits and a good throw. And there's 1 out for the Cobra, who's 0 for 1. Why do I have a Dana Carvey doing George Bush joke in my head? He'll sting you. He'll sting you. There. From my brain to your ears. Pitch to Parker. He stings that one to right. Back goes Smith, and that is caught. Reggie gets that one on the track, and there's 2 out. They're hitting Hooten, but right at people. Here's Stargell. He's 0 for 2. Pitch from Bert. And there's a liner down the line and right that Garvey should have had, and Stargell is on with a double. So 2 out for Bill Robinson, who doubled his last time up. 1 for 2. So Bud roots for Stargell, and Stargell delivers. That was for you, Bud. Billy Robinson is 1 for 2. I didn't realize he played for the Yankees. Hooten delivers. Fly ball to left. Back goes Baker. He'll turn and watch it go. Robinson makes the trot around the bases, and the Pirates go up 2-1. Here it is again. Hooten just kind of left that one over the middle of the plate, and there wasn't anything Dusty Baker could do. And so they finally get Candelaria some support. And it's 2-1 Pittsburgh here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 out for not Mel Ott. You're welcome, bud. Pitch from Hooten. There's a ground ball to Shea. He's got to hurry over to Garvey. Ott is out. So the Pirates, however, break on top. 2 runs on 2 hits on the massive shot by Robinson to left. After 6, it's Pittsburgh 2, Los Angeles 1. So Russell, Yeager, and Horton. Here's a Hooten for the Dodgers here in the 7th. Russell has singled twice and drove in the lone run for Los Angeles in the 4th. Yep, now you got a game. Yeah, he did. He clobbered that one. Glad to have you along this holiday weekend. Just a reminder, because someone is going to Hawaii for their anniversary. It'll be tomorrow night at 7:30 for the Reggie Jackson Bowl between the 72 Oakland A's and the 77 New York Yankees. 7:30 Eastern tomorrow right here on Retro Sports Network. That 70s tournament will continue. And then we'll take the weekend off, because he's not going to stuff me in a suitcase to go to Hawaii. I don't understand. Russell's 2 for 2. Single twice and sends this one into right. Parker is there. 1 out. So here's Yeager. Yeager grounded into a double play. He's 0 for 2. John delivers, and there's a base hit into center, and Yeager, the tying run, is on. And so let's see what Tommy wants to do with Bert Hooten. Computer manages the visiting team. I manage the home team. And I even managed against the Red Sox last week. It pained me to do it. But fair is fair. Let's see what they do. Hooten is, by the way, 0 for 2. Garner and Stargell play in. Ott and Candelaria have a chat. Hooten's going to stay in the ball game, and he struck out. He didn't. He tried to bunt, and then the 0-2 was swung on and missed. 2 out. So that's the first for Candelaria. He has faced 27 batters on 92 pitches. 6 2/3 innings, 6 hits, a walk and a strikeout. And that'll bring up Bill North, who is 1 for 3. Yeager on first. I'm surprised the Dodgers haven't pinch run for Yeager either. Pitch to North, fly ball to right. Parker is there. And that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. Stretch time here in Pittsburgh. Go grab your Iron City, gentlemen. It's the Pirates 2, the Dodgers 1. Foley, Student, and Candelaria, who's only at 97 pitches through 7. Yep, no typos from me. Aloha. Oh, yeah. Dave, is this your first trip to Hawaii? Foley has singled and doubled, by the way. Hooten 73 pitches through 6. And Tim sends this one on a slow grounder to Lopes over to Hooten covering for the out. So the Dodgers finally retire Tim Foley, and that'll bring up Rennie Stinnett, who was 0 for 2. First trip. Clinton will do the typos tonight. Did you have the blood pudding, Clinton? Hooten's pitch. Stinnett in the left. Baker, 2 out. So 2 out for Candelaria. Hooten is just cruising right along, but is now on the wrong end of that 2-1 score. Pitch to Candelaria, fly ball to left. Baker comes in to make the catch, and the Pirates go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7 in the books. It's Pittsburgh 2, the Dodgers 1. Dave Gardner, how you doing? Besides, the sailor in me is showing up to wait till you see my Facebook status. Oh, God. In 90 Jester's stream, Alan Shaw, who's a good friend of the community, was talking. It lives in England and was talking with Clinton about blood pudding or black pudding. I've had both. White pudding is pretty much just oatmeal. It's porridge with savory spices in it, and black pudding adds blood to it. I've had it. It's not my favorite thing. Candelaria, by the way, gets the fatigue warning as we start the 8th. Lopes, Smith, and Garvey. If the Dodgers are going to do something, they're going to do it right now. Davies 0 for 2. Candelaria delivers, and there's a fly ball to right. Parker goes way back in the corner, and he makes a fantastic catch. He jumped, he leapt, and he saved an extra base hit. 1 out for Reggie Smith. Yep. You can see the pitch count on top of the pitcher. So you see that 99 over Candelaria, and it's also on the stat thing there. 99 pitches. Now 130 is his expected pitch count, but it probably isn't that high if he got a fatigue warning to start the inning. Yes, well, the expected pitch count is actually is a variable. And so you don't know until after the game, bud, what the actual fatigue number is. It kind of gives a good sense of the unknown. Parker is looking good. 50 pounds lighter than he went to Cincinnati. Yeah. Pitch to Smith. There's a chopper into the seats and by the third base side. Someone there from, well, we'll just say Pittsburgh, made the catch. A hometown boy. Actually, you know what? That's Bob Prince's kid that made the catch. Wow. 1-2 the count. Pitch to Smith. Fly ball to right. Parker, 2 out. Steve Garvey is 0 for 3. Candelaria cruising right along. 1 run, 6 hits, an error for the Dodgers. They've left 6 on. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Pittsburgh, and they've stranded 4 so far. Pitch. Fly ball to left. Back goes Robinson. Makes a catch on the track, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7.5 in the books. Pittsburgh 2, Los Angeles 1. And through 27 batters, Bert Hooten, 7 innings, 78 pitches. And he's losing the game. 5 hits. The 2-run shot by Robinson, all the difference. No walks and a strikeout. Moreno 0 for 3. Not unless there's a people on the Veterans Committee, Bud, that thinks that Parker should be there. His numbers just really fell off a cliff. I'm not sure what his career numbers actually are, but I mean, he was feared for a couple years, but I don't think he personally has a Cooperstown resume. Moreno swings, ground ball to Lopes. Garvey backs over to first, and there's 1 out. So in the Los Angeles 9th, it would be Say, Baker, and Russell. Whether it's Candelaria or Kentacolvi, I haven't decided yet. Garner is 0 for 3. Phil is a strikeout. Hooten deals, and Garner slaps out 1 to first. Garvey takes it to the bag himself. 2 out. For Parker, only hit 25 homers in 79. He did have 45 doubles. He is 0 for 2. Hooten Fly ball to center. North is there and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the ninth. Is Bert Hooton really going to have an 83-pitch complete game? We'll find out in a moment. Say Baker and Russell to face Candelaria, and we'll give Candelaria a base runner. But Tekulve is warming in that bullpen in right field. Another reminder, tonight we pay tribute to Bart Starr, as Retro Sports Network has another Pro Football Classic, the 1967 National Football League Championship game, the Ice Bowl, between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm crow, Ron. There's one for the blooper. How about the Green Bay Packers? From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, 7:30 tonight on Retro Sports Network. Hey, if the Pittsburgh Steelers want to come along, that's fine. I'm sure the Cowboys would rather play the 67 Steelers. Ron Say is 1 for 3. He singled and scored the lone Dodger run in the fourth. Pitch from Candelaria popped up. Stinnett and Foley converge. Stinnett says, I've got it, 1 away. 7:30 Eastern. And as Clinton says, Dave Parker was a Clemente-type hitter who had a better ballpark for home runs, but he doesn't have the average. Man, he could play defense, too. Dusty Baker's 0 for 2 with a walk. Candelaria delivers. Fly ball to right. Parker goes back to make the catch. So 2 out for Billy Russell, who has singled twice and drove in Say in the fourth. So this one was a pitcher's duel in every sense of the word. The Dodgers are down to their last out. Steve Yeager kind of standing on deck. Pitch. Base hit right field. Parker throws into second. Russell's going for 2, and he's safe. So let's see what they do with Yeager. The tying run is on, 2 out. In scoring position, I cannot believe for a second the computer's going to hit Yeager here. But let's see what our mini Tommy Lasorda does. He stays in the game. Lines one to Stinnett, who puts it away. And so the Pirates get another game in Pittsburgh. They will host the 73 Mets for the National League final of that 70s tournament. Oh, yeah, without question. All right, so let's take a look at the pitchers. No girly man baseball here, Mr. Parks. A double CG. Candelaria, 7 hitter. The 1 run. He walked 1 and struck out 1 through 121 pitches. Hooton, 83 pitches, 5 hits. The only mistake, the 2-run shot to Robinson, and 1 strikeout. He could have gone 132. That's the number in the parentheses, was their real fatigue. So the Dodgers, much to the relief of the Reds fans in the audience, have been retired. And so it's the 79 Pirates and the 73 Mets for the National League crown. All right. Yeah, Forbes Field was much tougher. Forbes Field was also the first ballpark to be constructed with steel frame. So Bill Russell goes 3 for 4 in the loss. Bill Robinson with a 2-run homer, 2 RBI, and the final score, Pittsburgh 2, Los Angeles 1. So another reminder for sports simulations and replays. The best group on Facebook to post your replays. Doesn't matter if it's PC, tabletop, or console. We want to know what you're doing. We've got some people who've created games that post stuff on there. 962 members. We're looking to get that to 1,000. So sports simulations and replays on Facebook. If you're not a member, you should be. Come join us there and talk about your favorite games. All right. The final score here, Pittsburgh 2, Los Angeles 1. So tomorrow night, 7:30-ish, I think, unless Dave wants it earlier. It's his call, but we're going to shoot for 7:30. It's the Reggie Jackson Bowl. It's the 77 New York Yankees hosting the 72 Oakland Athletics. 7:30 Eastern. 12:30 a.m. British Summer Time for those of you over there, 4:30 on the Pacific Coast. Until tonight at 7:30 when we pay tribute to Bart Starr, I'm Ron Juckett for Retro Sports Network. Hey, thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time.